Call the Honourable Member Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I agree entirely with my colleague Darian Fenton about not being too fussed about the word workers being left in the title of this bill. I mean, to me, the word workers actually returns a bit of the personal touch to this bill, because we've got to remember that workers are the people who sweat and tears, and that is what carries industry and what carries business. And by removing the word workers from this title, what we're doing is just depersonalising this whole bill and just making out like workers actually don't mean a lot. I mean, I don't actually really understand the purpose of this bill, why it's really necessary. We all agree that secret ballots of strikes are fine. It's just common practice that carries on now. But the removal of the word workers, I think, depersonalises, desensitises this, and it's just another one of these bills that the National Party's famous for, or infamous for I should say, and in fact bashing workers and their rights, their conditions, their pay. And that's what this bill is really all about. That's the underlying menace of this bill, Mr. Chair, sorry. It's just about another dig. It just continues on the work that this national government started since they were elected. It's just another dig at workers and their rights, and chips away at the very people whose sweat and industry actually carries this country forward, Mr. Chair. So we've got to remember when we talk about workers that we're talking about people. We're talking about the mums and the dads who have families, who have kids, who work in the factories, who work in the abattoirs, who work in the various places all around the country. They're people, and we should be looking after them because it's their work that lifts the country. We've got to remember that. We can't desensitise ourselves to the very people who we should be helping to make this country go forward. And I believe that the word workers, there's no reason for removing it and just having the title of this bill, the Employment Relations Secret Ballot for Strikes Amendment Act. I think it's pointless. We should just keep the workers there so it reminds us that we're actually talking about people as we go through this bill. Mr. Chair, again, this just continues what the National Party has started. I mean, we've got a litany. In fact, it's a rap sheet of all the it's a rap sheet of what this national government's done to erode workers' rights. And if we put all these pages together, it would be literally as long as my arm, Mr. Chair. We've got the Employment Relations Amendment Act, the 90-day trial. This is just a continuation of what was started then, Mr. Chair. That was one of the first the bills that went through this House when I was elected to Parliament. The 90-day trial, and this is just a continuation of more chipping away at workers' rights. And then, of course, we look at the pitiful rises in the minimum wage, 50 cents I think it was in 2009. You know, workers again getting hammered by this government by getting pitiful wage rises, hourly wage rises. I mean, it went up 50 cents the first time. I think the second time it goes up, it went up a massive 25 cents. And that really highlights the value that this government places on workers, on people that actually do the hard yards, and their name and that name, the workers, is being removed from the title of this bill. And then, of course, the Employment Relations Rest Breaks and Meal Breaks Amendment Bill. It denies vulnerable workers basic rights to minimum breaks during a working day. Again, workers being attacked once again. A continuation, as I say, the rap sheet from the national government. And I don't know what it is that they've got against workers. I don't know what it is they've got against people, the mums and dads of this country, getting out there just trying to earn a living, to feed their kids, to put a roof over their kids' house, to put clothes on their back. I don't understand why this government wants to take another little pot shot at workers in the form of this bill, Mr. Chair.
I call the honourable member